Hey everyone, welcome to another podcast of Analysis Paralysis. I am Austin Harrison, and I am joined by
Lily Quatch.
And we are doing a weekly podcast that covers board game news, what's happening in crowdfunding, games we're playing, maybe a little bit of news from IV. And what are we talking about this week, Lily?
So today we're talking about Kickstarter's new AI art policy.
Yeah.
Which maybe, Mr. Mouse, who knows?
Who knows?
Gen Con, and of course all the games we bought and played.
Uh-huh.
And then Rewood, which is a new sustainable alternative for plastic bits.
I thought that was so cool. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
We may or may not have massive stacks of games right next to our chairs that are from Gen Con.
Don't look too closely.
Don't look too closely. The cameras can't show you that. But obviously the big news this week is Gen Con. We had an absolute blast.
Mm-hmm.
It was so fun to see new people, see old friends and meet new people, I suppose. Mm-hmm. And then we played some really fun games. I played Raw for the first time, which was incredible.
Yeah, I kept hearing you sing, rah, rah.
We said Raw so many times. Apparently you're supposed to do that every time a bid starts. That might not be in the rulebook though. But the biggest news was probably Lorcana. That is what everyone was talking about. And if you don't know what Lorcana is, it is Disney's new TCG, which is a trading card game. It was wild. There were people lining up at 6 p.m. the night before to get in the doors first to go get Lorcana from their booth. And they were selling out every day. They had just different tiered releases. But it was really, really wild. The first day, Gen Con had some problems with the queuing. And so some people that weren't in line early got it to the front of the line. In fact, one of our friends accidentally got shoved to the front of the line. Accidentally. But it was just the talk of the convention because it was like causing huge like traffic problems. I don't even know how the second day, there were like probably like 30 Gen Con employees just directing traffic just for Lorcana, which is
for Lorcana.
Wild.
I know. And I think there was like a whole mob situation because people were waiting in like the opening doors to get into the area.
Yes.
And so, I mean, we had record attendance this year.
Yeah,
70,000. So it was pretty crazy to see. It was my first Gen Con, so.
It was crazy.
It's a great introduction for me.
It was a lot more people than I remember being there in the past. Like just even like walking through the hallways was really, really a problem. But overall, I was able to go to the Lorcana booth, not to get the stuff. I didn't wait in line for hours and hours, but I did get a pin for Lorcana and I got a Mickey promo card, which was really fun. So I was able to just kind of like experience it on a very small scale. I only had to wait in line for like 10 minutes. So it wasn't nearly the big thing.
Was there a separate line for just like accessories and then the main line for Lorcana?
And all their other games. And you had to spend $25 to get the Mickey promo card. And so they didn't have any more Lorcana. So I bought a Lord of the Rings game that looked interesting. So this is the Ravensburger booth, by the way. Ravensburger, after the drama of the first day, they did some cool stuff. They got donuts and like orange juice and waters for all the people waiting in line overnight, nice. Which I thought was free like breakfast. A nice touch. Like thanks Lorcana for
thanks for your dedication.
Yeah,
standing in line for hours at a time.
Exactly. I thought that was nice. Yeah. But you got to experience the Everdell tree. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was so cute. They had like the little stills of the woodland creatures. I think that's a squirrel and a rabbit.
Yeah.
And you just go up the little stairs.
Was it everything you dreamed it would be after talking about it for so long?
You know, I thought it'd be bigger, actually. You hyped it up so much.
I did hype it up a lot.
And I saw it, and I was like, I mean, it's nice, but it's not like
it is very
3
large.
stories.
But it's not, you don't climb for days to get up there.
That's what I was expecting.
It's like a little bit.
It's like a little step ladder.
Yeah.
If I was like, you know, maybe 20 years younger.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot more fun.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more
exciting. Like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's so big.
Exactly.
I love going to Gen Con just to walk the halls and see everyone's booth. Like eBay had like a booth with like a dragon on it, and like there was just like all kinds of.
There was a whole castle.
There was a whole castle. Yeah. They had a fireplace inside of it. That was wild.
Really intricate.
I've never seen a fireplace at a convention in a booth before. Yeah, that was wild. It wasn't cozy. It was like one of those like fake fireplaces, but it looked kind of real.
Still cozy.
It was cozy.
Okay.
I also saw a bunch of fun cosplay.
Oh.
Did you see anything fun?
So I probably saw it twice, actually. It's Raven from Teen Titans.
Okay.
She's like one of my favorite characters.
Teen Titans, was that a show on Disney, Nickelodeon, one of those things?
So neither of those two.
Oh, okay.
It was on Cartoon Network, I'm pretty sure.
Right, okay.
And
but it's not anime.
No, but
so
it's like
I may know what it is.
It's the opening song is by a Japanese band, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
A duo.
So anime adjacent.
Anime adjacent. It's kind of like the Avatar: Last Airbender kind of feel, where it's like inspired by anime. But it has like Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy.
I remember those.
Yeah.
It
was pretty big back in the day.
Well, so which one was Raven?
Raven was the one with the purple hair.
Yeah, I remember
bob
Raven.
cut, and she had like a purple cape and everything.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why you might like this character.
All the dark and like...
Yeah, moody and purple.
Moody and purple.
Yeah, that's perfect. I saw a Gandalf that I thought was very impressive. It had the big hat and the big staff and a nice cloak. And so I was like, I kind of want to see that Gandalf from a different angle to get the whole like cosplay experience. Was very surprised when that Gandalf was wearing a leotard, not Gandalf clothes under there. So I put that in my best / worst cosplay because it was hilarious and amazing and surprising. But I don't know that I liked it, actually.
Okay, you remembered it, which is probably the most important part. So it made an impression on you.
Someone said they saw a full Sauron, which is the bad guy in Lord of the Rings, like the really tall one with the mace and stuff. I didn't see that, and I was really sad because that would have been a big deal for me. But
it's on Instagram or Twitter or somewhere.
I'm sure I could
Someone's
find
gonna
it
post
if I try. We also bought a lot of stuff.
You bought so much. So many games.
Our car was pretty full on the way back. Yeah. There was a moment where I was like, we might have to go by the truck and drop off the games we bought in our massive freight truck.
We have at least 4 bags worth of new games now.
Yeah, we bought more than we played, unfortunately, but we also were working the booth the whole time, so it was a little hard to do. But anything you're really excited about that you bought?
Let's see. Probably Honey Buzz.
Yeah, you and Max went out and you bought Honey Buzz, right?
We also have a blog series for Gen Con. So I guess if you haven't seen that yet, you can check it out.
You check out Max and Lily going and walking around the con.
Yep.
Buying games.
It was the best part for me. Besides trading for games, that was also very fun.
Trading for games was so fun. We had, Veiled Fate, we had some metal editions that were open for like demo copies and stuff like that. And so we walked around and gave some copies away in trade. I gave a copy to Dice Tower. Someone at Dice Tower hadn't had it. But what did we trade for? We traded for some cool stuff. You traded for a couple games.
I got Rewood.
Nice. Which is like a photography nature game. Do you have that? Is it something you can show or is it buried?
Oh, I have it somewhere. I don't have it.
While you're grabbing it, I'm going to show what I traded for.
What did you get?
I got a sword.
Oh, right. Yes. He was so proud of his sword. Like for the next hour, he would say, "Look, I got a sword." For like every single person he met.
But it's like I traded a board game for a sword. Like that's pretty cool.
And it's a Witcher sword.
Yeah. So I'm not like a huge Witcher fan, and I was just like, "Do you have any medieval swords?" And he was like, "I mean, it's kind of medieval," and I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Adjacent.
It's adjacent. So. I guess I'm going to have to watch The Witcher now since I own a sword from it.
No, you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
It's fun to own a sword. It'll probably be on the set at some point. I also got a bag. I traded for a really nice bag. It's like one of those like waterproof roll bags. You can put a board game in so it won't get wet. If you're going hiking near a waterfall and you want to bring board games
with you. We're all your board game adventures.
Yeah, so that was my favorite things I traded for. I think my favorite thing I bought would probably be Raw. Because we played Raw, and then Sam was like, Austin, why didn't you get the upgraded components? And I was like, well, I didn't know it was going to be this great. And it's a Knizia, so I should have known it would have been great. We're big Knizia fans over here at IV. The Quest for El Dorado is one of my favorites. You played it recently. Yeah. So, did you like it? I don't know if we
demolished me.
Okay, I played it many times. Did you like it other than getting demolished?
I did like it. I liked it a lot. I would play it again for sure.
Awesome. So Raw has 2 versions. It has an upgraded components version, and then it has like a cardboard tokens version. And so Sam was like, we're buying. The night after we played, he was like, we're going to buy Raw right now.
Oh, he really liked it then.
He really liked it. So we bought that. And then Devin came by and gave us a present.
Yeah.
So this is the Cosmoctopus Octopus. And so Lily, can you pull those?
Oh, that was so good.
Devin told us.
He gave us specific instructions to pull it out from head first.
Yeah.
Because he was wanting to go.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm glad we did that. We waited for you to open this up. So it came all the way from Gen Con in this bag.
I'll put it right here.
Perfect. I had a blast. You haven't played Cosmoctopus yet. We should play that.
No, I haven't. We have it now, so.
We own it. Yep, I had it, and then I donated it to the Level Up conference librage because I had an early copy, and I felt bad about having an early copy. And so I did that, and then Devin was nice enough to bring us this and another copy to replace it. So it was a great Gen Con. I really had fun.
It was a lot of fun. I would totally go every year.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to. I think that's your job.
No, well, no qualms with that. So.
But yes, we'll play Cosmo Octopus soon, and we'll tell you how we like it. I already know I like it a lot, but we might bring a new person in. We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, yes. Exciting news.
What else is good? What's going on in the world of board games that we want to talk about?
We have the recyclable, like wood pulp into injection mold process. Okay, so it's called Rewood.
Right.
We touched on this earlier.
And it's CGE games.
Yeah, but basically they're partnering with, I think, a company in Germany that makes this material. It's 80% wood waste. So like, you know, the little
just recycled. Would paper count, or would it be like?
Oh, I wonder.
I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna say it's paper.
I don't know if it's paper.
It's probably like pulp,
wood shavings,
that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not paper. Who said that? They're silly.
You add adhesive, so it's 20% adhesive, 80% wood waste, whatever that is, and then you can put it into injection molds.
Oh wow!
To make it stable. And it's like different shapes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like all wood components in board games have to be carved right now. And so...
Which, low detail.
Yeah, low detail, or it's just really expensive to do higher detail. So if you can do an injection mold, you can do it much faster, which means it'd be cheaper.
Right.
I wonder if you could do the like skinny parts of like a miniature though. I feel like it wouldn't be as strong as like plastic would be in like really thin parts.
Yeah, not as pliable maybe.
The examples, you should go check it out. There's a video that CGE put out. The example shows some really cool components. Do you remember the name of the game? Or do you have it written down that they are?
Kutnahora.
So that is like a game that they had at Gen Con. I didn't go by to see it. But the components are really cool, and they do look injection molded, but they're not like thin minis or anything like that. They're like blocks that have like really cool details.
Yeah.
I really hope this becomes a thing.
I hope so too.
Like I hope our manufacturers start offering it, because it'd be really cool to do that as a game and just from a sustainability reason.
Yeah, from like board games in general aren't super sustainable because you have all the plastic, all the other different byproducts that come with you know, demos and things like that.
I hope they get to a miniature level. I'd love to see like wood minis.
Ooh.
Because like that's not a thing right now. You can't carve them to the level of detail
unless it's like absurdly.
It'd be so. You'd have to hand carve it.
Right.
And even then it would break if you got really thin.
Yeah.
So it'd be awesome if they could get to like that level of detail.
Ooh, probably the next 5 years. I could see it happening.
Hey, you heard it here first. Next 5 years. No, we don't know anything
about
that. We know nothing about injection molding.
It would just be really cool.
It'd be cool. The other thing is Kickstarter AI Policy. Kickstarter released its AI policy. And, you know, it's like a week after we talked about AI on our show. So I guess Kickstarter was watching and definitely was like, yeah, we need to clear that up.
Just because of us.
Just because of us.
Of course.
Hopefully you can hear the sarcasm in that. But at the end of August, this goes into effect. And Kickstarter has basically said that they are going to not ban AI art, but that it has to be made really, really clear if AI art is going to be used and what it was used for. And so there's actually like a little questionnaire that creators have to fill out, and that will talk about the use of AI art if there is any. What they did ban, and ban is too hard of a word because they didn't actually say they were banning it, they just said it was unlikely to get approved, was campaigns that are creating AI platforms that are going to be using and applying AI in new ways. I love this take from them because it feels like they're empowering creators to create and also protecting creators and making it clear what is a new creation and what is using AI. And so I think it's a really good take. Usually when big companies make statements and stuff like this, usually I find something that I'm really upset about, you know. Yeah. I think we all do, not really upset about, something I can nitpick. And I read the whole thing and I was like, all this sounds great to me.
Yeah, and they also have on like project pages for projects that do use AI, it's going to have a use of AI section. So like it's very explicit in terms of like how it's being used in each project. And you can see it like immediately on the project page.
I think it's smart. I think it's really, really cool. Thanks, Kickstarter, for making a policy about it right after we asked about it. Thank you for listening and watching. Oh, man. So what are you excited about this week in crowdfunding?
Ooh, okay. Role-playing game, which I'm usually not a fan of, actually.
Yeah, you've done it once.
I've done it like a few times. And like, it wasn't my vibe.
Yep.
But I think this one I could probably get into just because of the theme. It's called Obojima, Tales from the Tall Grass.
It's like a combination of two things you love.
Yes. So Studio Ghibli and then also Legend of Zelda, which are like two of my favorite things. Easy.
Well, I can't wait to run a campaign for this because I'm gonna be like, Lily, an RPG that you might play with me.
If I had to play one RPG, it would be this one, probably.
So Lily told me this, and I was like, okay, and I backed everything.
Austin wanted every possibility.
I think I even got the player screen, or like the DM screen. I got everything. So I'm really excited about it. So maybe we'll play it on the show sometime.
Yeah. So like the art's lovely. It's Bar Guy art and then panel per day where the collaborators are illustrators for it. And the art style is based on Studio Ghibli. But then the gameplay of it, it's more Zelda like adjacent, where you're going like on a fantasy adventure, exploring this island, and you're like fighting these monsters. And like even like the monsters are pretty similar to Zelda ones. Like there's like a stone rebel.
I saw like a bunch of pumpkins.
Oh, a bunch of pumpkins. Like cats on the pumpkins too.
Yeah, what was that?
I have no clue what it is, but
it was cute.
Very cute. And like you do potion crafting.
Yeah, I bought a whole deck of potion recipes.
Yeah.
They got me.
I'm excited for that.
They got me good on this one. There was some really cool like add-ons too.
Yeah, there's a vending machine.
Oh my gosh.
Dice set.
It looks so cool.
I think the dice comes in the vending machine.
Yeah, it's like a little box. It's a vending machine, and then it has like I don't know.
It's very Japan.
Really cool. I will say that's the only thing I didn't buy, but now that we're talking about it, I kind of want to go back and buy it. The vending machine dice set.
Okay. I think you got it though.
It could be. Oh, did I?
I'm pretty sure you did. It was like the.
I might have bought everything.
Second tier, like almost backing.
Oh my goodness!
But they're almost to $1 million for backing.
Jeez.
It's a big campaign.
That's a big campaign.
It's really big, and they still have like 20 days left. They're almost to $1 million, but when they get to the $1 million, everyone gets a movie poster. I think.
Oh.
Or maybe some
like some size movie poster.
Which would be awesome to put like in the studio somewhere. So
that would be awesome.
Please go back it.
I'm calling $2 million on that. If they still have 20 days left, I think it can hit $2 million. I think it can hit $2 million. It's already at like $950 or something like that.
Yeah. Have you seen RPGs make?
Oh yeah. So actually we're talking about Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah.
That campaign is like the third most funded Kickstarter of all time, I think, for games, specifically for games.
Really?
I think it's third.
Do you know how much it was?
Nope. I think it's somewhere around 10 million, but that's just my memory.
Oh my gosh.
You can check me, fact check me in the comments if you don't mind, but I think it's around 10 million.
Did we back that?
I don't remember. It's been a while now. I don't have it, so my guess is no.
I saw it at Gen Con.
Yeah, we could buy it at Gen Con, next Gen Con if you want. If you want to play it, we can try it. I like that.
We'll try Obachima first, and then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, what else have you got?
Yeah, so I chose Mistwind. And everyone knows I'm a sucker for airships. These aren't actually airships. They're air whales, or space whales, you could even call them. Space whales I like a lot. There's space whales in Star Wars. Lily, do you know what those might be called? You know Star Wars, right? You love Star Wars. Lily hasn't seen Star Wars.
Austin's outing me right now that I haven't seen Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. But
you outed yourself on that.
Okay, sure. It's going to happen eventually. I already know. So I might as well confess it up now.
So I can't say it.
Exactly.
All right. So me and Lily are great friends and things are going well.
Right.
But it's a little bit of a strain on our relationship that my two favorite franchises, Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, you're not into. And so we just got to work through it.
I just haven't seen them yet.
We're going to some therapy.
We
might do Lily reacts to Lord of the Rings.
Therapy.
Yeah, movie therapy sessions. Okay, well, in Star Wars, those space whales are called Purgle. These are not Purgle. These are just space whales.
Purgle.
And my friend Daryl Andrews and also Adrian Adamescu, I'm trying to say that right, designed this game. It's got about 20 days left as well. It's almost to $200,000. I love the look of it. It is a trading game, and you're like doing like route connection, and you're like putting down buildings to like harvest materials. And my friend Alex Radcliffe at Board Game Co. said it was a huge surprise for him and that he really liked it. So that instantly for me is, okay, I need to go back this.
If Alex says it's good.
If Alex says it's good, it's probably good. Yep. So I'm really, really excited about it. I actually asked Alex to bring it the next time he comes to the studio to shoot something. And he was like, oh, I already sent it on to another previewer. And I was like, no, I wanted to play it.
Dang.
But it is kind of thematic. It's got some fun stuff. You have to feed the space whales krill.
Fun.
Which is fun.
I thought so you'd like that.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, that's going in the show for Lily. But I'm really excited to play it. It looks fantastic. So yeah, we backed that one. While we're waiting for those, we have lots of games to play because we bought so many at Gen Con.
So many.
We played a lot at Gen Con. My favorite part of like the gameplay of Gen Con might have been the double table of quacks. It was fun to see two whole tables, 10 people.
Side by side.
Yeah, side by side. It was 10 people playing quacks all at the same time. Obviously, two different boards. We weren't playing the combined game. Probably could have. There's not much that would change, I don't think. you might run out of tokens.
You
But
can push tokens, yeah.
yeah.
We have multiple tokens anyways.
Yeah. So it would have worked. We could have done it. Why didn't we do that?
That's an absurdly big game of Quacks.
It would have been a very big game of Quacks. You know, Quacks is a push your luck game. It's not for everyone. Lily loved it.
You couldn't hold yourself back. I personally am not a push my luck kind of person.
Yep.
I mean, I think I just have really bad luck. Either I'm a really bad roll dyer, like dice roller.
Roll dyer. You heard it here first. Lily's a bad roll dyer.
And I don't know. I mean, okay, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I like played it and I was like, okay, I have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
And I slept on it.
Yeah.
And then
it's a pretty big box. I don't think you can sleep on it though. Dad joke.
I'm a small person, okay? Oh wait, are you gonna show us how big the box is?
It's a pretty big box. I actually might take it back. That's like pillow size.
That's pillow size. I can sleep on it.
Put it
Easy.
over here.
Just right here. Easy.
The box is too big, honestly. I should have not bought the big box. I should have bought the expansion separately. But, you know, I have it now, and I love it. Quacks is up in my top 25 games, at least.
Ooh, okay. I mean, it might be my bottom 25, but...
Hey, that's fine. No, not every game's for every person. But, you know, it's a great game.
I'd play it again with you.
Okay, great.
If you wanted to.
We played Raw, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, but you were at a different table. You didn't get to play Raw.
No.
So we need to play that soon. Raw is this wonderful Knizia bidding game where you have 3 tokens. And I don't think you like bidding games, but the constrained bidding might help on this.
I like constrained bidding. I don't like open bidding.
Yeah, we played
Medici.
We played Medici, which is open bidding. You keep making it seem like you lost by a lot. You were in like 3rd place or something like that. It was not that bad.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
No.
I just don't like bidding, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Constrained bidding in Raw is really interesting because you get dealt 3 tokens, and they have different numbers on them, usually high, medium, and low. And you can trade that token out for whichever one's in the middle when you win a bid. And so sometimes you might win a bid you don't really want with a 1 in order to get like an 8 or a 9 for the next round, which is like really interesting. You don't really care about the cards.
I see.
I lost terribly at Raw. I pushed my luck in a game that has a little bit of push your luck, but not a lot. But if you're the last person going, you can just keep putting tokens out there until all of these called raw tokens, I think, fill up. As soon as all the raw tokens fill up, the round is over. And I just pushed my luck and was trying not to draw them, but you're bag pooling basically. And I pushed my luck way too far. I ended up with like no tokens at all one round, and the whole table was cracking up, except for me, who was crying in the corner. But that was a great game. We played Feed the Kraken the first night, which I finally got redemption because I won. Although the whole table knew I was a pirate the second
It was
turn.
easy. Like, you could see on his face.
No,
Pirate.
no, that is not why. They used an ability that let them look at my token.
2 people did that.
I'm good at these games.
Both people.
Yeah, 2 people were like, we don't trust Austin. So the only 2 people that got that ability both looked at my token. So I was obviously a pirate. But luckily, my pirate friends were good enough to win.
Oh, they
really
were so
without
good.
me.
Man.
Yeah.
Jordan was so convincing.
He was so convincing. It went so far. If you know how to play Feed the Kraken, we talked about it on the show before, but you either go dead center or you turn left or right. And the pirates win if you go left, the sailors win if you go right, and the cultist wins if you go dead center. You're sailing on this boat. The pirates won every single time, and we were all the way on the left side of the board, and then we worked our way back to the middle. And
Somehow.
then the pirates
I don't know
won.
how it happened.
Oh, it was wild. I was really surprised when the sailors got it back to the middle, honestly. It should have ended way before then.
It was not looking hot for us.
No. But the pirates did pull it out. That was a fun one. We already talked about Quest for El Dorado. I played Tidal Blades Banner Festival. Did you play that with me? I played it a couple times.
I don't think I did.
Okay, so trick-taking game. Love this game. It's my only trick-taking game where, like, I either want to win, lose, or be dead center. And I don't know of any of the games that are trick-taking that I have that same feeling. Jiraku's probably my closest one. But I'll play that game and not want to lose or gain a single trick. I will try to just be right in the middle. And it's really bizarre as a trick-taker to be like, okay, what are people going to play and how do I get in the middle?
Right in the middle.
So I really like that.
How many players is that game?
It plays up to 5.
Oh, wow.
So really cool. And it's Tidal Blades art, which is incredible. And that has a squishy fruit in it. Did I show you the squishy fruit?
No.
All right, I'm going to show you.
Sounds like Riverdale.
We'll play this soon. It's a great game. It does have the squishy fruit, and it's wonderful. So that was great. We probably played more games than that.
Yeah.
I'm not remembering.
I played Foundations of Rome.
Oh, gosh.
That's a massive game. Which, I mean, the components are great, so it's worth it.
It's
but
amazing.
you're not traveling with it likely.
Sam
soon.
asked if we could bring our copy, and I said
Oh,
no.
really? He
I was
loves that
like,
game.
He loves that game. I was like, no, we're not fitting it in the bags. But someone brought it. Who brought it?
Nancy did.
Nancy brought it. Yeah. Okay. Did you like it?
Well, I liked it. Well, I think I won. So I won. But that's not why I liked it.
That is why she liked it.
That helps. I like spatial games, and like really kind of fit in these little spatial blocks. I have it.
It's so cool. Oh yeah. Show the tray.
So it's here. So you have a bunch of buildings.
And you chose purple, of course.
And I chose purple, of course. And you're trying to place these buildings on a grid.
Yep.
Where you're you're buying these plots. And I guess the plots get cheaper and cheaper throughout the game.
The less, if every time they're bought, everything slides to the left for the open space. And so they get cheaper as they go, but you're risking someone else picking up a card you want for cheap if you let it stay.
Exactly. And you're trying to balance between making money and populating your city.
Yep.
In terms of getting points. And I don't know. I thought it was a very cleverly designed game in terms of, end game and beginning game is very different in terms of how you place these buildings. And then you also get like these, is it an expansion for monuments?
Yeah, the monuments expansion.
That was very fun too.
So you are one of the few people I've seen place a 6-wide building. I have never been
I don't know how it happened, but I did it.
It was incredible.
I got really lucky.
I remember coming over to the table and be like, oh my gosh, whose building is that? It's the biggest building in the game. And it's just like... yes, incredible game. I love how easy it is to teach.
Yeah.
For the table presence, it is possibly the easiest teach pound for pound.
It looks so intimidating because of all the buildings and the grid.
But it's not.
But it's not. It's quite simple to
teach it in 5 minutes. Really, you could.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great game.
Great game.
Recommend it.
All right, that'll wrap what we've been playing. We definitely talked about way more than normal because we were at Gen Con and got to play a lot. You probably won't get that many out of us until we go to Tennessee Game Days. Tennessee Game Days is coming up. We're going to probably play double the games we played at Gen Con at Tennessee Game Days.
We actually have time to play.
We actually have time to play.
So that'd be
we don't have to stay up until 3 a.m. to play games. Oh, goodness. We should probably talk about what's going on at IV. We have some big news.
Yeah.
We made a new hire.
New hire.
We hired Ashley, who's going to be running social media.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
She's lovely. She's a lovely person.
She is. And she might be joining the show, which would be fun. So we might take...
Have a third stand? Her third mic stand around here?
Third mic stand. We might do a different table, honestly. This table might get a little small pretty quickly. But I'm really excited about that. And then you'll be seeing her on social media stuff. You'll be seeing her on gameplays. If you come to Tennessee Game Days, which I think is sold out. So if you're already planning on coming to Tennessee Game Days, you'll meet her there. But yeah, really, really excited about her joining the team. So welcome, Ashley. And then we have almost exactly a month until Mythic Mischief Volume 2 launches.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Just Lily says that because of how much work we have to do before Mythic Mischief Volume 2 launches.
I'm thinking about all of it. It'll be worth it.
Oh, no, I'm excited.
It's just a lot.
And I feel like there's something else. Late pledge for Fractured Sky. What day does that end?
August 15th.
Okay. August 15th is the last day you can late pledge for Fractured Sky. The important part about that is it's the last time you get the painted minis or the deluxe with the magnets set until we do another campaign for it. So if you want Fractured Sky after the 15th, it would just be the cardboard version until we do another Kickstarter campaign. So,
but just clarifying that the deluxe is the one with the miniatures and magnets. But then if you want painted miniatures, it's the super deluxe.
Super deluxe. Thank you. That was a great clarification.
Yeah, for sure.
That is the rest of IV news. I'm really excited. Because I'm a little hungry, and I'm kind of feeling like a snack.
Ooh, on that note.
On that note, we've been hiding in the skull some snack divs.
Yeah.
Is that what these are called?
Snack divs, yes.
Snack divs,
They're
which
great.
we talked about on another show.
So, we got our little bags of chippies.
Pick up the Cheeto bag here with them.
I got the spicy ones, of course.
And so now I can play board games and eat a Cheeto. I chose a really big Cheeto. And my fingies are all clean. We talked about this in the show, but then I bought some and I was like, we need to...
This is amazing. We just have this everywhere in the studio.
Yeah. But it's amazing how, I'm still, able to manipulate my hand, but I have the Cheeto.
You can even try typing with these, really.
Oh, yeah. I totally typed with them the first day. We got them in the office, and me and Lily were just, sitting in the conference room typing away, eating Cheetos. And we're just like, okay, these are going on the show. All right.
They're also great fidget toys.
Oh, yeah. No. Sam was literally in a social media meeting yesterday and was just playing with this the whole time. It was great.
So, going back to the skull. Always at the ready.
Always ready. So, if we ever have a snack on camera, you may see us reaching into the skull. Probably not. They're not going to stay in there.
What else?
Yeah. I'd love to talk about mailbag and just tell people about the kind of stuff that they can send in to us. And I'm also answering any questions that we got from last week. Did we get any questions?
We had some top booths at Gen Con.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, we did a whole show on that, but we didn't do a recap. We did go to Milktooth, which was the breakfast place, and that was really, really good. And then we had Sam and Izzy's, but we got it Postmated or
wait.
Uber Eats or whatever.
Top foods, great. I said top booths.
Not food.
Not food.
Not food.
Which ones did
Sorry.
you like?
Okay. We already talked about 2, so we'll run through those really fast. Gameland Games was the one with the fireplace and the castle, and that was really, really homey and fun. And then the eBay booth had the big dragon, which was fun. And it was just also like multi-storied. You could get like up on top of it, which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Kingdom Death Monster had a cool booth. They had some like really cool minis on display, and they had this like massive creepy statue thing. Did you see that?
It was like 6 foot tall or something.
It had like too
crazy.
many faces. I don't. I'm not like a huge aficionado of Kingdom of Death Monster. I think it's a little creepy. And so I can't even do that one game where you're stuck in the dark with a candle. Night Cage. I can't even do the Night Cage.
Oh.
And so
not a horror kind of guy.
No, not a horror kind of guy. Definitely not. So I thought the booth was cool, but it wasn't necessarily my cup of tea. What about you? Did you find anything
I loved
cool?
seeing all the figurines there, though.
Oh, they were really neat.
They're all neat. We were right across from this like dice pouch vendor, and their booth it was small, but it was like so cute and well like decorated. There were fairy lights, there were like vines, and like even the piping that he used for like all the displays was like copper colored. So like it was very well decorated.
Were they in cosplay?
They were in cosplay.
Yeah,
so they were like wearing full like corsets, like elven kind of wear.
They went all out.
Yes.
But it was a small booth.
Like,
it was really cool to see a
cottage,
small booth.
forest court, small booth, great pouches. Like they're all like handmade and like hand embroidered.
They sold out, I think, too.
Yeah, all the things are mostly sold. I tried to get a pouch at the very last day. And that was a mistake. I should have gone earlier.
My fault. I didn't let you leave the booth very often.
It was right across from us. No, it's all me.
I did go to Arcane Wonders, and Arcane Wonders was fun because they had like a couch set up, and I crashed on the couch for a little bit. You can see that in the vlog of day 3.
Yep.
So I'm going to go visit them. So yeah, there were a lot of cool booths. Definitely Gen Con is a unique experience. You should definitely try to go.
Go every year and see all the new booths.
Basically. Oh yeah, definitely. Or see some of the booths that look the same, like ours. Ours is usually wood.
Wood and big TV screens.
Wood and big TV screens. You found us.
Yep.
Mailbag.
Yes.
Continuing on, we got a mini that was shared on Discord by, Xerox. Thank you. Lily, what would I do without you? Xerox shared a Frankenstein's monster that they are painting, and I think it looks great. They said it's not even done. The like base isn't done yet, and it looks done.
It still looks
good
great.
job, Xerox. But the level of detail they got was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it because like my hands.
I shake.
Exactly. Like I like to paint still, but I paint like bigger portraits and things like that.
Nice.
So minis are not possible for me.
The red, I like the colors they chose, and they also got like some chrome details that are really
the chrome's really nice. That's a good detail.
It was nice. So good job, Xerox.
Yeah, thanks for submitting that as well.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting that out there on the Discord. I'm really ready to give away some fun stuff. Speaking of Mythic Mischief, we have Mythic Mischief base game and 3 expansions that we're giving away. Or if they already have that, they can also get like a piece of merch, maybe a hat for Mythic Mischief or a hoodie for Mythic Mischief. So who won last week?
Last week's video, Andrew Curry won. So congrats, Andrew. Please DM me on Discord. Cat picture. You can find me. Just DM me and we'll get that out to you.
Awesome. How do we win this week?
Oh, this week. So comment, welcome Ashley, because we're so excited for Ashley. And then also just recommend, what do you want to see on the show? It could be segments. It could be more questions for us. Board game related is preferable, but it could be whatever.
We'll talk about most things, but board games is bonus points.
Exactly. And that's about it.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching the show this week, and we can't wait to keep on doing this with you. We hope you'll keep watching. Thanks.
See you next week.
It's pretty cute.
It is really cute.
It's very not Lovecraftian. It's great.
What?
It's like Lovecraft. It's like the horror. Is that better?
Maybe.
Horror.
I
don't think I know how to say horror. That was a bit.
That sounds about right.